Hello, we are Teamwork Makes the Dream Work. Today we'll be talking about substance abuse. My name is Alex Messer, and I'm from Plymouth, Minnesota.
My name is Talon Hofer, and I'm from Humboldt, Iowa.
My name is Rachel Walter, and I'm from Galesburg, Illinois.
My name is Emily Roder, and I'm from Solon, Iowa.
I'm Andrea Lennartz, and I'm from Woodbury, Minnesota.
My name is Matthew Clippert, and I'm from Hanover, Illinois. So just to start it off, how many of you know what substance abuse is without any of us talking, by a show of hands? Probably everyone in here. How many of you would know how to get help for someone if you or a close friend or relative needed help with substance abuse? Okay, well, our goal after this presentation is for all of you to be able to raise your hands for that. So our group brainstormed possible community needs organizations that could benefit from us doing this project. After pondering as a group, we decided to not pick one organization, but just kind of a need as a whole. And we figured in this community that this would be a good need for us to do as our project. We'll present information, statistics, both national and local from here in Iowa City, and how to get help with substance abuse and the effects of it.
So for those who don't know what substance abuse is when somebody abuses alcohol and drugs and they know the negative effects of it. And 23.5 million people are affected by drugs and alcohol every year, but only 11% of these people get treatment, which is very low. And abusing drugs and alcohol can lead to withdrawal symptoms, which include nervousness, anxiety, and isolation from just your family, your job, and friends, and other things in your life. And abusers build up a tolerance, which means that they have to keep taking more drugs, and they abuse more alcohol, which means that they're doing it more often and it's harming their bodies. And so now Andrea will talk about treatment for substance abuse.
So I'm going to talk specifically about Resolution Substance Abuse Services, which is located here in Iowa City. They're focused on providing individualized care for patients who are dealing with chemical dependency. Some of the services they provide are assessments, individual, family, and group therapy, adolescent and college age treatment programs, interventions, and continuing care. And they also offer some classes. 2 or 3 that are being provided right now are a 12-hour OWI class, which is aimed at those who abuse alcohol and focus on becoming a more responsible driver. And then there's also a marijuana diversion program and an alcohol diversion program, which are interactive 6-hour classes that focus on consequences and risks of using marijuana and alcohol. And the Resolutions team is consisted of counselors and specialists who are experienced in dealing with chemical dependency. And the team currently offers intensive and extended outpatient treatment, and there's no inpatient care at the moment, so they recommend that if you do need inpatient treatment, you go to Prelude Behavioral Services or Area Substance Abuse Counseling, which are both located in Cedar Rapids.
Like Emily talked about substance abuse, but I'm going to go more into alcohol abuse. Many factors play into alcohol abuse. Basically, it's problems controlling your drinking, and a lot of people have problems that are caused by this, but they also use alcohol as a way to solve their problems. There's many causes of alcohol abuse. It can be genetic, psychological, and environmental. A lot of addictive personalities run in families, so if you see like your father or your mother being addicted to alcohol, it's very likely that you will be as well. It impacts your health and safety. It doesn't just impact yourself, because many people also get behind the wheel when they are alcoholics, and that affects everyone around them on the road. There's many different treatments. You can go to detox, counseling, oral medication. What I've read about is the most helpful is just to have a community around you that supports you. And Matt's going to go more into detail about statistics in the Iowa City community.
So it's one thing to go out and get some national statistics, but those may really not affect the community around you. So we conducted a survey with University of Iowa students, both male and female, over the age of 21 and under, just random selection. So the first question we asked them was, have you ever consumed alcohol under a non-prescription drug? 20 said yes, and 5 said no. We followed that up with, how often do you find yourself under the influence of drugs or alcohol? And the biggest number there is 10, which is 5 or more times a month, which is a lot of times a month. The next one we asked was, do you find yourself addicted to or abusing alcohol and or drugs? And all 25 that took the survey said no. Then we asked, do you have someone close to you that is addicted to drugs and or alcohol? 21 said no, but 4 said yes. So then after that, we asked them, do you know how to get help for someone or yourself if there is a substance abuse problem present? And we kind of use this as a trick question because, as you can see, 7 said it does not apply to me, 0 said no, and 18 said yes. We want that number to be 25 for yes, because we feel this question applies to everybody, not just people who may have a problem with them or with someone close to them. So now Talon will talk to you more about drunk driving in Iowa.
Knowing alcohol abuse is a problem in Iowa City and nationwide, our group set out to find some statistics that illustrate how important this cause is to us. And how many of you have ever heard of MAD, the Mothers Against Drunk Driving organization? Well, their vision is to end drunk driving and support the victims that are associated with this organization. And I found some statistics on their website, and every year in Iowa there are 1,665 crashes on average, and about 937 of those resulted in an injury. And the blood alcohol content was 0.01 or higher in those crashes. With a blood alcohol content 0.08 or higher, on average per year there are about 103 fatalities in car accidents, which averages to be about 32.5% of all traffic deaths. But one of the most alarming statistics that I found, that each day there are roughly 300,000 cases of people that drive under the influence of alcohol, but only 4,000 of those people are arrested and prosecuted, which falls directly between 1 and 2% of the people that are prosecuted. This relates to the University of Iowa and college students in that 23.4%, they ranked among the most likely to drink and drive under the influence of alcohol compared to the rest of the population. And these statistics are directly related to alcohol and substance abuse and should alarm one and motivate them to want to make a difference. And next, Alex will discuss one of the programs available to those affected by substance abuse.
Rachel talked about alcohol abuse as a whole, and I'll talk about something that people can go into to help with their alcohol abuse, and that is Alcoholics Anonymous. It is a free-to-join international fellowship for men and women. It is non-professional, self-supporting, apolitical, and multiracial. Because it is non-professional, it is non-profit, and the leaders of the people who run Alcohol Anonymous are volunteers, and a lot of the times they're people who already went through Alcohol Anonymous and had success with it, so they go back so they can help more people find the same success they did. And because it is self-supporting, apolitical, and multiracial, that creates a community with those people to help them break their alcoholism. Alcohol Anonymous uses a 12-step program, which I handed out for more specifics. What it boils down to is that bond those people have with that community is they share personal stories of how alcohol negatively affected their lives, and that can give other people hope that it's not just them that's happened to. Then they create that community even more to help drive through the alcoholism together. I interviewed one of the leaders in Alcohol Anonymous. His name was Eric, and he said there are around 70 different meeting locations in Iowa City, and he encouraged people to go to different locations because each location has a different style, and each style works differently for different people. He also said the common types of people that find themselves in AA in Iowa City are the homeless community and college students. And then how can someone figure out they need AA? He said that people realize they need AA when alcohol controls their life. They don't control their life. For example, they will go out to just drink one beer with a friend. One beer turns into two, two turns into three, and so on, and that cycle keeps happening, and they have no control of how much they use alcohol. And I will hand it back to Rachel for a wrap-up, and then we'll finish with a Q&A.
Okay, if you remember at the beginning of our presentation, we all said our hometowns. We all grew up in different places and come from different social economic backgrounds, but alcohol abuse affects all of us. There's 23.5 million people that suffer from substance abuse within the United States, and each one of those people has a family or friends that are also affected. If you can get anything out of our presentation, I just hope you know there's different resources that you can encourage people to go to or yourself to go to. Thank you for your time. Do you have any questions?
So you presented on the Alcoholics Anonymous. I was actually kind of surprised at how many different meetings there were in the Iowa City area. How would one go about finding out the different meetings? Because you mentioned, going to different homes to try and find a different style.
So there's the website as a whole that's Alcohol Anonymous, and then there's a separate one for Iowa City, which has all the different meeting locations on it, which there's hundreds going on at a time, it seems like, just because it has every location listed and then all the different times that it happens, so then people can see all the different times, and it's very easy to see which ones could work for people's schedules.
How did you guys do your survey? Did you just go find like random students and have them all?
Yeah, we we made the survey just composed of 5 questions. We had 25 copies of it. We went around in the dorms, in the library, just kind of different buildings throughout campus, and we're looking for a mix of male, female, over the drinking age and under the drinking age, and just we wanted to get a good variety in there.
Any other questions? Alright, thank you guys.